Hi students, in this session we are going to discuss the concept of logarithms. The knowledge of powers of numbers was systematized in 1614 by the Scottish mathematician John Napier, and he prepared a table called logarithmic table to help to simplify the complex calculations involved in mathematics. The word logarithm was formed from two Greek words. Logos means ratio and arithmos means number. In 1615, a British mathematician Henry Briggs introduced a logarithm called common logarithm. Even today, in the era of computers and calculators, logarithms have not lost their significance. Logarithms serves as an important working tool in the study of mathematics. Now let's move on to the definition of logarithm. See, if m is equal to a raised to x, where a is greater than 0 and a is not equals to 1 and m is greater than 0, then x is called the logarithm of m to the base a. See, here a is base and x is called logarithm of m. Okay, x is called logarithm of m to the base a, and we write it as, see, x is equal to log of m to the base a, where m, a, x are real numbers. Students, see here the equation m is equal to a raised to x is called exponential form or index form or initial equation. Okay, you keep in mind this is exponential form m is equal to a raised to x, and the equation x is equal to log of m to the base a is the logarithmic form. These two are very important equations. See, m is equal to a raised to x is exponential form and x is equal to log of m to the base a is the logarithmic form. Let's use this definition to calculate certain logarithms. Students, see here we are given some exponential forms and we are going to write their logarithmic form. See, first example is 5 square is equal to 25. So, for this exponential form, logarithmic form is, therefore it is log of 25 to the base 5 is equal to 2. See, in both the forms base is same. Okay, here is base 5 and here also base is 5. Next exponential form is 9 raised to half is equal to 3. So we write it as log of 3 to the base 9 is half. See here, base is 9 and in logarithmic form also base is 9. Okay. Then next exponential form is 27 raised to minus 1 by 3. So this is, see, this is 1 upon 27 raised to 1 by 3. So we can write this 27 as 3 cube raised to 1 by 3. So this is nothing but, see, 1 upon, by rules of indices, 3 raised to this 3 into 1 by 3. 3 get cancelled and finally we have 1 by 3. So 27 raised to minus 1 by 3, we can write it as 1 by 3. So for this exponential form, we have logarithmic form as, see, Here base is 27. So log of 1 by 3 to the base 27 is minus 1 by 3. Then next exponential form is, see, 10 raised to minus 3. So we can write it as 1 upon 10 raised to 3 by using rules of indices is equal to 1 upon 1000. So 10 raised to minus 3 is 1 upon 1000. See, here base is 10. So logarithmic form is log of 1 upon 1000. 1 upon 1000 and to the base 10 is minus 3. Then next one is 5 raised to 0 is equal to 1. So for this logarithmic form is log of 1 to the base 5 is equal to 0. Students, you practice to convert exponential form to logarithmic form and also to convert logarithmic form to exponential form using this definition of logarithm. Students, there are two conventions regarding logarithms. See what are those conventions. So first one is common logarithm. See, logarithm to the base 10 are called common or Brickshian logarithms, and we write for x greater than 0 log of x to the base 10. See the notation, here base is 10. Then next convention is natural logarithm. See, logarithms to the base e are called natural or Naperian logarithms. We know that this e is an irrational number with the approximate value 2.7182 and so on. We write these logarithms as for x greater than 0 log of x to the base e, or simply we write it as ln, small l and n are there, ln of x. See this notation, ln x. See here, these names Brickshian logarithm and Naperian logarithm are given in the honor of mathematicians Henry Briggs and John Napier. Okay. Then students, note that m is equal to a raised to x if and only if x is equal to log of m to the base a. That means exponential form implies logarithmic form and logarithmic form implies exponential form. So these two equations are very important. Then logarithms of negative numbers and 0 are not defined. Then third one is C. A raised to 0 is 1. That means we know that any number when raised to the power 0, it gives 1. And therefore here log of 1 to the base a is 0. That means logarithm of 1 to any base. Note this, logarithm of 1 to any base is always 0. Okay, this is again one important thing. Then see, next we know that a to the power 1 is again a. This is true for any number. So we have log of a to the base a is 1. Okay, that means what? Logarithm of any number to the same base is 1. That means if I write log of 5 to the base 5, it will be 1. Okay, it is true for any number, and again here it is positive number. See, here these two are the important equations. M is equal to b raised to x and x is equal to log of m to the base b. See here, substituting equation 2 in equation 1, we get, see, we have to substitute equation 2 in equation 1. So we get m is equal to b raised to, put instead of x, put log of m to the base b. So it is m is equal to b raised to log of m to the base b. Okay, that means this equation suggests that when you come across the term like any number raised to log of any function to the base b, it will gives you just that function. Then substituting equation 1 in equation 2, we get, see here, x is equal to log of, for m we have b raised to x, log of b raised to x to the base b, this is x. See, these are two important equations useful in the further study of mathematics. So keep in mind these two equations. Okay. Then next you note that if log of m to the base a is equal to log of n to the base a, then m is equal to n. See here, for both the logarithmic terms, bases are same. So here we conclude that m is equal to n. Then next, if a greater than 1 and m greater than n, then we conclude that here log of m to the base a is also greater than log of n to the base a, and conversely. That means if log of m to the base a is greater than log of n to the base a, then we conclude that m is greater than n. Okay. Now let's move on to the next important concept, laws of logarithms. See, first law is law of product. If a, m, n are positive real numbers with a not equals to 1, then we have log of product mn, log of mn to the base a as log of m to the base a plus log of n to the base a. That means here, see, if logarithm contains product of two terms, then we can add their logarithms separately. Okay. Then let's prove this result. Okay. So let's see proof. For the proof, let us consider log of m to the base a be x and log of n to the base a be y. Call it as equation number or statement number 1. Okay. Then by the definition of logarithm, we can write it as, see here, we write this form, logarithmic form to exponential form as m is equal to, see, m is equal to a raised to x, and from this logarithmic form we have n is equal to a raised to y. Call it as equation number 2. Then consider, see, this product mn. From equation 2 we have mn is equal to a raised to x into a raised to y. This is by equation 2. Okay. So we have mn is equal to, see, by rules of indices, this is nothing but a raised to x plus y. So again we are going to convert this exponential form to logarithmic form using definition of logarithm. So we have, see, log of mn to the base a is nothing but, see, x plus y by definition of logarithm, and therefore log of mn to the base a, replacing this x and y, we have from equation 1 x is equal to log of m to the base a plus y as log of n to the base a. This is from equation number since by equation number 1. Okay. Then the next law is law of quotient. If a, m, n are positive real numbers with a not equals to 1, then we have log of m by n to the base a is equal to log of m to the base a minus log of n to the base a. That means if there is quotient in the logarithm, then we can subtract logarithm of denominator from logarithm of numerator. Proof of this rule is also on the similar lines like proof of law of product. So let's see proof. Let log of m to the base a be x and log of n to the base a be y. Call it as statement 1. Then we are going to convert this logarithmic form to exponential form using definition. So the exponential forms are m is equal to a raised to x and n is equal to a raised to y. Call it as statement 2. Then consider this division m by n, this quotient. So from equation 2 we can write it as a raised to x upon a raised to y is equal to a raised to x minus y. So we have m by n is equal to a raised to x minus y. Now we are going to convert this exponential form to logarithmic form again. So using definition of logarithm, we have see log of m by n to the base a. See base here is base a and here also base is a. So log of m by n to the base a is this power x minus y. But from equation 1 we have x as log of m to the base a and y as log of n to the base a. So this we have proved the law log of m by n to the base a is equal to log of m to the base a minus log of n to the base a. Again you go through this proof at your own. Okay. Let's see one example. Okay. If we have log of 6 upon 5 to the base 2, then using this law we can write this term as log of 6 to the base 2 minus log of 5 to the base 2. Okay, this is how we can apply law of quotient. Students, then the next law is law of exponent. If a, m, n are positive real numbers with a not equals to 1, then we have log of m raised to n to the base a as n into log of m to the base a. That means if logarithm contains the power of any term, then that power is multiplied to logarithm. This is how the law of exponent. Now let's see the proof for this law. Okay. So let log of m to the base a is equal to x. This is logarithmic form. So the exponential form for this is, see, m is equal to a raised to x. Okay. Then taking nth power on both sides, we get m raised to n is equal to a raised to x to the power n. Again, by rules of indices, we can write this term m raised to n as a raised to nx, product of these two terms. Okay, so we have m raised to n is equal to a raised to nx. So again, by definition of logarithm, we can write it as log of m to the power n to the base a as nx, and we have x is equal to log of m to the base a. So replacing this, we have log of m raised to n to the base a is equal to n into log of m to the base a. This is how the proof. Now students, let's simplify this term using these three laws. Okay. See, observe here that log contains quotient. So we know quotient law of quotient. It gives log of m by n to the base a is equal to log of m to the base a minus log of n to the base a. So using this law of quotient, we can write this term as C log of numerator x raised to p y raised to q to the base a minus log of z raised to r into w raised to s to the base a. Then see, these two logarithmic terms contains product. So we use law of product. Okay. So law of product is C. Law of product is log of mn to the base a is equal to log of m to the base a plus log of n to the base a. So we can write this term as log of x raised to p to the base a plus log of y raised to q to the base a minus, see here again this logarithmic term contain product of these two terms. So using product law, we can write it as log of z raised to r to the base a plus log of w raised to s to the base a. Okay. Now see, these four logarithmic terms contains the terms which are raised to some powers. So here we can use law of exponent. So law of exponent is, see, when we have log of m raised to n, we write it as this power multiplied to logarithmic term. So n into log of m to the base a. So using law of exponent, we can write it as, see, this power is multiplied to logarithmic term p into log of x to the base a plus here this q is multiplied to log of y to the base a minus, see, this is log of, this power is multiplied to this logarithmic term. So r into log of z to the base a. This is minus log, c, power is multiplied to logarithmic term. So s into log of w to the base a. So we have simplified this term using these three laws like this. Okay. So here you note that we can write this term log of x raised to p into y raised to q upon z raised to r into w raised to s as p into log x. All terms have base a. So p into log x plus q into log y minus r into log z minus s into log w. Then let's move on to the next law, change of base law. So see, if m and a not equals to 1 are positive real numbers, then we have log of m to the base a is equal to log of m to the base b upon log of a to the base b. See, on the LHS here base is a, and on RHS it is changed base b. Okay, so let's prove this law. See, let for all these three logs, let's consider one variable. So log of m to the base a, let it be x. Then for log of m to the base b, let it be y. Then log of a to the base b is z. Okay, so these three are logarithmic equations. Now let's convert them to exponential form. So we have, see, by definition of logarithm, we have from this equation we can write m is equal to a raised to x. This is by definition of logarithm. Then by this second equation, log of m to the base is equal to y, we have m is equal to b raised to y. Call it as equation number 2. Okay, then from this third equation, log of a to the base b is equal to z, we have a is equal to b raised to z. Call it as equation number 3. Then see, substituting equation 1 in equation 2, we have, that means equating these two equations. See, LHS are same, so we get a raised to x is equal to b raised to y. Call it as equation number 4. Now see, substituting a raised to x, see, substituting a raised to, that means this a, as b raised to z, we get, see, b raised to z raised to x. That means for this a, we have b raised to z from equation 3. So b raised to z raised to x is equal to b raised to y, and by rules of indices we have b raised to zx is equal to b raised to y. Here bases are same, so equating powers we have zx is equal to y, and therefore x is equal to y by z by shifting this multiplied z. Okay, so see, here we have x is equal to y by z, but these are variables we have taken for the just for proving proof. Okay, so replacing these variables, these are taken just for convenience. So replacing these variables, we get, see, log of m to the base a is equal to log of m to the base b upon log of a to the base b. Students, now let's see one example as an application of this rule, this law. Okay, see, consider log of 4 to the base 5. So here base is 5. We can change this base as, see, if we want to change this base to 3, so we can write this as log of 4 to the base 3 upon log of 5 to the base 3. Okay, or you may write it as log of 4 to the base 7 upon log of 5 to the base 7. Also, see one more example. If we have terms like this, log of 81 to the base 2 upon log of 9 to the base 2, then we can simplify this term by using this change of base law. Okay, see, we observe that here bases are same at the numerator and denominator. So we can write this term as log of 81 to the base 9. Okay, so see here again we have log of, we can write this 81 as 9 square to the base 9, and by the law of exponent this 2 will be multiplied. So 2 into log of 9 to the base 9, and we know that log of the number to the same base is 1. So this is 2 into 1. So this is just 2. See, this is how we can apply this rule for various situations. Students, you remember all these laws properly. So This is all about laws of logarithms, which are useful and important tool in the study of mathematics. Students, finally, like, share, subscribe and click the bell icon to get notifications of all new videos. Thank you for watching.